welcome everyone to the first session of Palette Workshop, in which we learn everything about graphic designing, and we'll also learn about an app known as Canva so that you can experience graphic designing for yourself. So in today's session, we'll have a short introduction, we'll have an overview of graphic designing, and we'll also learn about the applications of graphic designing. I'll introduce you to a graphic designing app known as Canva, and you'll also learn how to use it. In the end, we'll have a short discussion on doubts or queries if you have, and we'll also have a short quiz to test your understanding of the session. So let's start a short introduction. Welcome everyone to the Palette Workshop. Today we'll make impactful designs. We'll also learn about visual communication, design principles, typography, color theory, and many more essential skills that you will need to create stunning graphic designs. So the outcomes for today's session will be to understand and apply design principles for effective visual communication. You will also demonstrate proficiency in using graphic design software tools. And you will showcase improved creativity and design skills to practical projects. Before we start, I would suggest everyone to join the Neopod session so that we can easily collaborate and we can have the quiz in the end. So the code for the Neopod is MUTA8. I'll wait for a few minutes so that everyone can join. So in simple terms, graphic designing is the art of visual communication. It's a form of communication in which you use your eyes to receive a message or a response. In technical terms, the graphic designing is art of visual communication using text, images, and elements to convey messages and elicit responses. This definition is similar to what most of you have written in the collaboration board. So good job, everyone, if you know what graphic designing is. So graphic designing also involves many skills, which include typography, color theory, layout techniques, software skills, etc. You will learn everything about all these skills in the upcoming sessions. So the sole purpose of graphic designing is basically to communicate an idea, an information, or an emotion effectively. So this is what graphic designing is in simple words. So now, why do we need graphic designing? How can we use it in the real world? So the first application of graphic designing is for advertising and marketing. You might have seen an advertisement on YouTube or on your TV. That advertisement is made by graphic designers. These graphic designers create eye-catching advertisement, posters, and brochures so that they can promote their products and services effectively. Next is branding and identity. If you see a logo, you can instantly recognize the company it is from. Like if you see the Apple logo or you see from Adidas, you can instantly recognize the logo. These logos are also made by graphic designers. Graphic designers create brand logos, visual identities, and also packaging designs so that they can ensure consistency and recognition. A logo is also an identifier for a brand so that when you see it, you identify the brand. You will learn more about logo designing in the 5th session, so be ready for it. So now here we have some photos as an example. You can see an advertisement for Coca-Cola. You have images, you have text, you have highlighted text, etc. So this is done by graphic designers. And the bottom page, you have logos such as from Apple, Spotify, Nike. So when you see these logos, you can instantly recognize the brand. So that is the role of graphic designers in branding and identity to create logos and identifiers. Next is web and user interface design. This, in simple words, is designing for websites, web pages, and apps. If you take any websites like Amazon, it follows a specific design. Or if you take any app, this is done by graphic designers. Graphic designers create visually appealing websites, intuitive interfaces, and engaging digital experiences so that the user can get more satisfaction. And it is more easy for the user to navigate through the website. A good software does have a very good design. Next is publication design. In simple words, basically, if you open any book, it has a cover page, it has layouts, it has text. So this is also done by graphic designers. Graphic designers create visually appealing and readable layouts, covers, and illustrations in books, magazines, newspaper, etc. If you take any book, the cover page usually has colors, it has images, it has the main title of the book. So this all is designed in softwares, and then graphic designers make it more appealing so that when you only see the cover page, that you will be more attractive and you will be more curious about the book. So this is also a vast field. It's not only simplified into books, it is also for magazines, newspapers, and many more publications. So here we have examples for web and UI design. You have example of an app. You have for web pages, websites. All of these have images, they have text, charts, and that is what graphic designers do. Add images and text so that the user can easily get the message through visuals. And below you have examples for publication design. You have a photo of a cover page. You have photo of newspaper. You have photo for magazines. They all follow layout. You can see they have images, they have a layout, they have headings and all. So that is also done by graphic designers. Next is social media and digital content. Many of you might be familiar with this, as in today's world, social media is everything. If you see any video on YouTube or on Instagram, it has text, it has animations, it has sometimes even has text. So this is all graphic designing. If you know how to edit your videos, you're basically already a graphic designer. So graphic designers create compelling visuals for social media, infographics, videos, digital content, so that they can attract and engage the audiences. Next is environmental and exhibition design. This doesn't exactly refer to environment, but it actually refers to your surrounding environment. There's no better example than Expo 2020. When you go there, you realize that the pavilions, the buildings all have a specific design. So that all comes under environmental and exhibition design. So what graphic designers do is that they enhance the physical space around you. So through signage, systems, exhibitions, etc. So that they can improve the user experience. If you go to the Expo Pavilion, you have the dome-shaped stage. There, the dome also has a design. The pavilions also have a design. All that maps you see of the Expo 2020 or any other amusement park you go, that's all done by graphic designers. So that you're more, so that your user experience is well good in the space. So here we have an example for social media and digital content. We have example of Insta and YouTube, where if you see the YouTube thumbnails, there are text, there's images, there is sometimes animation also in the videos. So that this all comes under social media and digital content. And below you have a photo of a summit and a cafeteria. So the design of the cafeteria and design of the summit is all done by graphic designers, so that when you go into the physical space, your user experience is enhanced. So all this comes under environmental and exhibition design. So next is packaging design. So if you open any bag of chips or a box of a mobile phone or any device, it has the packaging has a specific design. The design is done by graphic designers. Graphic designers create visually appealing and informative product packaging, which capture attention and influence the consumer's decision. So what graphic designers do is that they make the packaging so beautiful and informative that when you look at the package only, you can know what's inside of it. Like when you see the package of a bag of chips, you know what flavor is there inside it without even looking at the chips. So that's what a good packaging does. Next is motion graphics and animation. In simple words, if you see any movie like Minions, or if you see CGI or VFX in movies like Marvel movies, these are all come under motion graphics and animation. So what graphic designers do is that they use animation techniques to create captivating visuals for video production, motion graphics, and visual effects. I think the biggest company for motion graphics and animation is Pixar. If you see these movies, all of these are animated. Either they are done by software or they are either done by stop motion. So there are many factors coming under motion graphics and animation, but the top two are CGI and animation. CGI is what is computer generated images, which you see in Marvel movies or in fiction movies. So here we have examples of packaging design. If you see the box, the packet, or the bottle, all of these have a specific design which tells about the product inside of it. And below, for motion graphics and animation, you can see a person making animation in Blender. So this is how animation movies are made. Either they are drawn or they are sculpted through stop motion. So these all comes under motion graphics and animation. So now you guys learned about graphic designing. Now let us start how you can also start graphic designing. So there are many apps, there are many softwares like Blender, Photopea, Photoshop for graphic designing, but the best of them is Canva. The reason Canva is that it is very popular and user-friendly online graphic design platform. It has a wide range of tools, templates, and resources. It is perfect for beginners as it has a wide range of stock photos, icons, and shapes. And you can then easily customize the colors, fonts, layouts, and backgrounds. Canva is mostly used for beginners as it is very easy and it is a drag and drop software. So now where you can download Canva, how you can access it. You have three options to access Canva. One is to download it on a PC or a laptop. For that, you'll need to go to Google and you have to search download Canva, in which you have to log in and then you will be able to download. If you're on your tab or a phone, you can download the Canva from Google Play Store and App Store, and then you will have to log in it. Other option is that if you don't want to download it, you can access it on the browser. You can just log in and you can just do graphic designing on the web browsing. So I'll give you a few minutes so that you can download Canva, and we'll have a practical session on how Canva can be used for graphic design. This is basically the Canva homepage. I'm accessing it on my laptop, as on the laptop it's more productive to use compared to iPads and phones. But still, on the iPad or phone also, the contents and the software tools are same only. So when you enter the homepage, the first thing it will ask you is what will you design today? In specific to us, it's asking what type of design you want. Like you want to make a video, you want to edit images, you want to make a website or a presentation. Here you have a list of options like whiteboards, presentation, social media, videos, websites, and more. And when you click on any of these, let's say I want to make a presentation, you will have many tools over here. You will have many templates over here. So you can easily start. Like you have templates for presentations. You can also have examples for presentations so that you don't have to waste your time. Using templates is very useful as you don't have to waste time thinking about what to make. So when you scroll down in the home page, here you have a list of your projects that you have recently made. So now this is the main panel. When you shift to the left side, on the left control panel, below the home page, you have option for projects. When you click on it, you have a new page in which you can see all the projects you have. So now here you can sort them out by using folders, and you can also see the images and videos that you have used. So here are the images I've used and all the folders. So then you can easily access all your projects and also filter them out. So that if you have a lot of projects, this is very easy to use. So now below the projects is templates. And this is what I would suggest everyone to use. This is the perfect place for beginners. So now here you have a list of options for templates on the left side for business, social media, video. And after it loads, after you scroll down, we have a lot of templates for different type of projects. Like you have for Canva, you have for business cards, you have for Instagram posts, presentations, flyers, videos, etc. So then like you have for topics like winter, summer, etc. So this is the perfect place for beginners if you want to start and not waste time brainstorming ideas for presentations or even videos. So now when you go back, the fourth option is Brand Hub. This is only accessible if you have Canva Pro. What here you can do is that suppose you have to create a brand. Each brand has specific layouts, it has a logo, it has specific colors that it uses. Like Coca-Cola uses red and white, and its font is a cursive font. So that's what you can do here. You can add your own logo, you can add colors, you can add fonts here, so that you can add an extra into your brand. This is not something you need to focus now as you are beginners right now to Canva. But after a while, when you're used to Canva, you can try this brand hub by getting the pro version. Then the fifth option is apps. So now this apps refers to AI apps that you can add into your project. Using these apps always adds an extra into your design and makes it more interactive. Like we have a few apps like text to image, which is an AI app in which you can create images just by typing. You also have Microsoft apps like SharePoint and Google apps like Google Drive, YouTube, Google Maps. So this is also a very vast topic. You have a lot of options here. So you can always try these out. And these are also very interesting and can also add something extra into your design. So this is the basic Canva homepage. So now let's say I want to make a video. How do we start? On the top, you have a plus sign, or if you're on the tab, you have to click on the create a design option.
I had a doubt.
Hello?
Yeah, I had a doubt, but aren't these features through the Canva Pro? Like, aren't we supposed to purchase the Pro to get these features, right?
Yeah, no, all these features are free except for Brand Hub. Brand Hub is the only
Oh,
feature you get an extra with Pro. If you want, you have to buy the Pro version. And if you go on Google, you might also get it for free, as students get free Canva Pro.
okay.
So now how to start with a design. So if you're on a PC, click on the plus sign and a panel will pop down, which will ask you the type of graphic designing you have to start with. We have a ton of options like Facebook post. You want to make a design for Instagram. You want to create a logo. You want to create a presentation. And you can also add specific dimensions you want. Now let's start with the simple stuff. Like let's say I want to make a video. Now I'll just click on the video option and a
Wait,
new
wait.
tab.
I
Yes.
have a doubt. It's
Yeah.
not there in the website.
You
Could
have
you
to click on the create a design option.
ah,
Okay.
Can we keep the doubts for the end so that Vidhan will finish now? Okay, all of you. So keep your doubts and he will explain it. There is a QA session so that,
Yeah.
he finishes what he has to say. And then so many of us have so many doubts, right? He's there for us to explain it after the session. It will get over soon now. It's only a few more slides, right, Vidhan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, Vidhan. you may
That everyone can focus here. You can try Canva out later. Like you can try, we'll have an activity for you so that you can explore Canva more easily. So now the page is divided into four main parts. First is a toolbar. Second is a workspace. This empty page you see, this is the workspace where you will add all your elements. Below is the bottom panel. Bottom panel will only be there if you're making a video or a presentation. For images and documents, you won't have the bottom panel. But this is the most important part, the left control panel. Here you can add all your elements. So now the first is design option. Now here you have a lot of templates. You can also choose the templates in the home page, but now you can choose from here. Let's say I want to choose this one. So I'll just click on it and I'll drag it into the workspace. And done. This template is automatically added into my video. So you can choose a lot of templates. If you want, you can search them up in the Canva app only, or you can also choose specific colors for it. So next is elements. So anything referring to shapes, lines, images, videos, anything that you can add to add a visual into your template or the video is referred to as elements. So now here I have shapes, I have some images for graphics, I have some stickers, photos, etc. So you can add these elements into your design to add a visual into them or add decorations. And third is text. Basically, this is simple. You have to drag and drop the text you want. You have a lot of options here. You have ready-made fonts here, which have like neon signs you have. So that, or if you want, you can add a heading into it, and then like drag the heading over here, and then you can type in what you want, and you can also change the font. So now in the toolbar, this is most used for text. Now here I have options for fonts. I can choose all the fonts I want, or I can change the font size. I can change the font colors, font options, font layouts and arrangements. I also have effects. I can also animate it. So this is all you can explore while you are doing the activity. We'll save this for later. Fourth is Brand Hub. This is again if you have only Canva Pro, so that you can add like create your own brand. And fifth is uploads. Here you can add any images, videos, or audios, either from Google Drive, Dropbox, or from your own PC. So then you can add your own images, like you can add your own pictures, etc. Sixth is the option to draw. This is also only available if you're making a presentation of video. If you're editing an image or creating a document, you don't have this option. So this is how this drawing option is what many softwares have, like Microsoft Edge. It's same like you have a pen, you have an eraser, etc. Next is projects. Here you can access all the previous projects you have made and also the folders you have. So if you're a very extensive Canva user like me before, you will have a lot of projects which will help you create new projects. And in the end, we have apps. As we have seen before in the homepage about the AI apps and Google apps, this is the same here. You have the list of apps you had before. You have Google apps, AI apps, etc. So this is also something you can always explore with. So now in the bottom panel, you have one segment. This is our first 10-second video. Now let's say I want to turn it to an 8-second video. So then I can always drag it and shorten it out. So then you can see I can always edit the timing. So now it's turned into an 8-second video. Now I can edit the video, I can animate it, I can also adjust the volume of it. So now let's say I want to add another template. Now how do we add it? You will have the plus sign over here. When you click on the plus sign, a new page will pop up. Then you can add the another part of your video. So then by segment, you can create a long video with different templates, with different elements, etc. Or bottom also, you can add notes here if you want to write something. You have the zoom option, full screen option, etc. So let's say after you're done with your design, you can either play it so that you can actually see how it looks. And after you're done, you can share it. Now, under the share option also, you can add people, like if I want someone to see it, I can just add their name and an invite link will go to them so that they can see it. Or either I can send them a link and I can download it also. When you click on the download button, a video is mostly in MP4 format, but you have other ton options like JPG, PNG, PDFs, etc. So you can always share your designs and download it. So this is basics for Canva. Yeah, so this was all for Canva. There are many other graphic designing apps, which is very advanced. Like what I use Blender for animation. I use Photoshop for editing images. I use DaVinci Resolve for video editing. But these are for specific topics and these are for very advanced users. But in Canva, you can do all of these. You can create animations, you can create images, you can create videos. So I would suggest you guys use Canva all the time. And if you are very familiar with Canva, like after a few months or few years, you can always start with new softwares and you can be a professional in this field. So you can always try out. The more you explore, the more you learn. So now the activity for you guys today is to create a short introduction video from the concepts you have just learned. I have just showed you the practical. And that's what you guys have to do. You can create on any topic. Like if you want, you can create a video on yourself. You can create on the school. You can create on any topic you like. I would suggest you make a short 20-second or 30-second video so that it is not very intensive, but you get to know the basics of Canva. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this page so that you remember the activity and make sure to do it. It is basically your homework, but I'll give you time now. Everyone has 15 minutes to download Canva. And if you have already downloaded Canva, you can start making a video. It's okay if you're not able to complete in the first 15 minutes because it is new for you and you can do it later after the session. And then after you are done, you can download it as I showed you in the share option. And then in the feedback form, you will have to upload the submission for your activity. So everyone, now you can take your time of 15 minutes to start with the activity. There were a few doubts in between the Canva practical. If you have any doubts related to Canva also or graphic designing, you can ask any of them. Or if you want suggestions for new graphic designing apps, you can also ask that. So someone asked, what is the topic for making the intro video? It's any topic you like, or if you're not able to brainstorm any idea, you can make a short intro video for yourself. Like you can introduce yourself, you can explain your skills, strengths, weaknesses, etc. It's up to you. And then all the activity you submit tomorrow before the second session starts, we'll have a short discussion so that we can see how much everyone has learned and how much everyone is well aware of how to actually use Canva. So now let's get to the doubts. Sujit has asked if you can create animated videos in Canva. You can make animated videos in Canva, but it's not very professional over there as Canva is mostly used for video editing and documents. So if you want, you can try out with Blender. Blender is very advanced for animations. You can also create our own sculpting and you can create our own characters over there. But if you want simple animations, you can do it in Canva. You can go and create a video, but instead of adding a template, add elements. When you go to elements, you can search up characters, and then the characters you can drag them into the working area, and you can start creating animations. So now if anyone has any other doubts, even while doing the activity, they can ask.
Vidhan, you can project the Padlet link so that the doubts coming there we can look into, right?
Yes, ma'am, 1 second, ma'am. I'll share it. So now someone has asked if graphic designers use Canva for logos and other ads, etc. in real life, or are there any apps or tools? As I said, Canva is mainly for beginners, and professional people for real ads do not use Canva. They probably use for advertisements. They will use apps like DaVinci Resolve, which is a video editing app, which I also use. And for logos, they can use Photoshop, or they can also use Canva. I use Canva for logos as you have a lot of templates and you don't need to brainstorm ideas. But if you want, you can like use DaVinci Resolve or Photoshop. I would suggest that. If you want to get very professional or something, if you want to be very professional and work it in the future, you will have to learn DaVinci Resolve and Photoshop. But all these apps are also very complicated, and learning Canva will help you get the foundation for using all these apps. So someone again asked how to get Canva Pro. So you have two options. One, you can try to sign in using your student ID, which is your GEMC learning. Sometimes it may not allow you. So then you will have to go to YouTube and search like how to use Canva Pro. They will give you a link in which you will be a part of a team. So in that team, you will be able to use Canva Pro. If you go on Google or YouTube, you will get how to get Canva Pro for free. I think the time is enough for you guys. You can do the activity later on after the session. But now we have to go on with the last part of this session, which is the quiz. So everyone, open your Canva. Open your Neopod, and we'll present you a quiz right now. Before that, someone has asked a final doubt, which is what are some common mistakes to avoid in graphic designing? One thing you have to make in mind in graphic designing is that if you see it, do you get the message or not? Many mistakes graphic designers do is that they don't know how to use the perfect colors. They don't know how to use the perfect fonts. So all these things about how to create the perfect design, you will learn in the upcoming session, in which you will learn about color theory, like how to use the perfect colors for graphic designing, or how to use the perfect fonts for graphic designing. So then by time of the end of this workshop, you will be perfect and probably you won't make mistakes while graphic designing. And we already have many people who have got full marks and 6 on 7. We have Nathan, Anay, Arif, Lenin, Gabriel, Dhruv, Yusuf, Ansh, Sujit, Shravan, Rishik, Arush, Nathaniel, and Nishcha and Kavyan. So congratulations, guys, and well done for getting full marks.
Vidhan, have you posted who all have scored, right? All the names you've put?
Yes, ma'am. I put everyone who got full, and about all the responses I've gotten, I'm seeing the chart that 90% of you who have all them submitted have got more than a 90% score. So congrats, guys, and thank you for focusing and getting all the concepts.